Welcome, welcome. It says unmute yourself, but I think I am. Hi, welcome to Spark Your Joy Challenge. Margarita Rose here. Listen, I know sometimes life can get busy, life can get scary and a lot of fear, and it feels like the temperature of the world even gets us more in a state of like, there's just overwhelm, stress, and um, you know, the only thing that we can do is how we can react to that. And so instead of reacting, let's just start sparking our joy and think of things that are going to help us shake it off, right? Because that's the only thing we have is our choice. So here today, that is my intention. And I want to let you know that you are able to be in a state of bliss if you choose it. I too had a moment I just shared yesterday with a couple of friends of mine that I experienced what it felt like to be in a state of knowing in a deep level that we are one, that we are connected, that we are like consciousness, the same consciousness spread out, learning how to dive deeper into love and what it feels like to really be in light and to be of service and to be here to rise each other up and to not live in fear and to not live in a place of scarcity. And our birthright is to be in abundance. Our birthright is to be in peace and feel ourselves in a space of love, how we can be part of a community that we're proud of, one that makes us thrive as well as others. Instead of stepping over each other's toes to get ahead, let's rise one another in our light and be that permission to be seen and heard by seeing and hearing our fellow sisters and brothers out there, our fellow mentors and mothers and fathers and ancestors before us who sacrificed to be here in this moment, and all we have is now. So it's important. It's important to choose you for the sake of love and compassion and empathy for the world, to be the voice, to be that permission for yourself, to love yourself, to give yourself compassion and grace for stepping on our own toes, those moments that we fear that we are going to get judged or criticized, or that we're wanting to people please because we don't want to stir the pot. Whatever your story is, I'm here to tell you, be permission. Be permission to go inward and see, like, is that my truth? What is it that I'm trying to say? What is it that I'm not giving myself in this moment? That I can show up authentically, in compassion. And the only way to do that is to like just pause, reflect, review, be neutral and go, there's a lesson there. So in those moments that you don't know what to do or you don't know what it is, but you just feel like there's something you want to shake off, start by doing that, just shaking it off. I mean, Taylor Swift got it right when she was like, shake it off, baby. And so put on music, sing, look at something that gives you joy. Like maybe even just look at 5 things that you see that you're like, that's beautiful. I love that. Maybe it's a sound and you're like, oh, that's beautiful. I love that sound of the wind and the trees or children's laughter, or the birds. Maybe it's the ocean. Maybe it's your own humming. Maybe it's a song, right? Whatever it is. Maybe it's a melody or uh, put on actually sound is really great for you as well. Sound is frequency, and we are all in vibrating in a certain frequency. So if you could tap into your own, and I believe the voice, our own personal sound is the number one most healing that we have instrument that we have innately available to us. So just get intimate, like what you don't have to be a singer to hum or to, prayer is the way that we use our voice for healing. Other ways is for singing or poetry. Maybe you have to go and scream to let out some rage or anger, whatever it is. Choose to not live in it longer than you have to. Don't choose to be in it for a day or a week or a year or a decade or your whole life. Like let it go. Let it go. That's why the Frozen got it right too. Elsa was like, let it go. Right? And sometimes putting on a song that really reflects how we're feeling so that we can express ourselves. And maybe there's movement that you can do. Maybe it's like for me, I love going rollerblading. And maybe it's basketball for you. Maybe it's going golfing. Maybe it is getting to do some art. That's another great creative way. So there's a lot of really awesome things that we're going to go through and explore. And today I just wanted to say hi. Just be in this moment. Take a breath if you're watching this. It's another thing we have direct control over is our breath. And our breath is connected to our emotions and how we signal our body and our mind and our fight, flight, parasympathetic, sympathetic system that we're safe, we're not safe. We haven't evolved with all the technology and all the things that are around us and all the opportunities of having it now and being always distracted. It's easy to forget. You can just stop and tune in. What's going on? Is it true? Are you really having to do 1,000 things at once? No, right? Probably not. So, like, just another thing I like to do is put for people who are tactile, even just doing this or doing this. Like, even this is a good one. So, put your hand, whatever side, it doesn't matter, on your rib, and the other one, like, on your shoulder or on your elbow. And that just signals, and you can rock too. Let the inner child know it's safe, right? Figure eights give a bonus too. Figure eights are really healing around your body. That's another thing we'll talk about, energy medicine. So I just wanted to say again, I hope that you're taking the time to choosing you, choosing your love, your truth without being having to be right. Because when you're having to be right, you're not choosing the relationship, you're choosing that the duality of right and wrong, good or bad. No, just have it be a reflection, like it's a gift in that moment of like, oh, that's a gift to how I can expand and express and be more of love and compassion and empathy in the world. Because in that moment, God is giving you that reflection of here, this is how you can prove that you came here to be of love and light, to make this world a better place than it is right now, because we need it. We need it. So be the permission to be seen and heard. Use your voice. I love the song Brave by Sarah Bareilles. So it's another thing. Like choose a song, an anthem that's going to give you power. There's also a stance that you can do, like the superhero stance, you know. I think Tony Robbins is a big like stance person. Like choose something that's going to get you like, yes, I can do this. Like it's fear, like passing through the fear, because the other side of fear is your freedom. Choose your freedom. Be the permission. Because when you live in your freedom and your joy and you reignite that passion for your life again, that one that you know is right there, right in your grasp, it's somehow eluding you like a carrot in front of Bugs Bunny, you know? So don't live in the sidelines of life. I was up in the roof today, just kind of reflecting, and I started crying and I started realizing, like, oh my gosh, that moment that I was sitting in the car asking, like, why am I in so much pain? Why do I have to endure so much of this fear that I'm a burden and not good enough and people are better off without me? And like, show me, God, I'll be your servant. Just heal this pain. And that was the moment I heard it's not about you. And today I heard it in such a deeper knowing level that yes, it's because it's not, I didn't come here to still choose that story, to choose that victim, to choose that pain. I'm here to be like, walk forward, fail forward, risk forward. Your freedom, your abundance, your truth, your authenticity, and your freedom lies on the other side. So be the permission. But it chooses you, making that choice to choose you for your self-love. Pour into you, honey, bunny. You're the only one, is the constant one that always shows up. So show up for yourself first. Step forward. Be the permission. Today is an interlude to what 5 days is going to look like. And I say it takes 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes more, whatever many minutes you want. But it's a moment, and it's always a choice, and it's always the only moment that you're always going to have is that moment. And it's that fast. And it's that moment. And then you have 1,000 moments, and you have 1,000 days. And then you realize, wow, I underestimated what I could have done at every moment. And every choice you have is the only choice you have, and every moment you have. All right. So the first thing you can do is breathe. I've given you many, many, many things you can do already. And it's that fast. It's that simple. And this does not have to be that hard. Make a choice. What's your vision? What's your purpose? What's your intention? Everything is intention. So stop giving away your power. Stop saying it's because of something else or someone else, or because of something, whatever it is. I understand. And that was how I was. I was like, but you don't understand. I had to be right about like the pain and the hurt and everything that I endured. But no, I don't have to anymore. I can be like, it's because of that that I am now on top of all that even mound of shit. Stand up top on the mound of shit. Don't be part of it anymore. Don't like just be like, no, there's a platform here. And it's like, I don't even smell it anymore. That's how much higher I am from it. And joy, choosing your joy is one great way to raise your vibration. And when I was living in bliss, that's what it felt like. I was just like, oh my God, there's nothing that triggered. There's nothing that made it be in that duality. I understood and I knew that it was a reflection and a mirror in how I can be the love and what is missing and being in the gap, right? Be what it's in the gap. I kept hearing going through some of the training that I've gone through. So it's a choice, and it sometimes you don't know what it looks like. And those are the things that you use. So share in the comments, share with your friends, share just in your life those things that allow you to be in the moment, choosing your inner child, like, well, what the 6, 7, 8, 9-year-old version of me do right now? And you can journal that. Like, what are the things that you remember doing that brought you that freedom feeling of like, I could do anything. I'm bold, I'm creative, and imagination just flows through me. So that's what it is. It's about sharing those passions and reconnecting to that part of you that is waiting to be seen and given the permission again. So don't hold back. Choose your light, my friends. I'll see you next time. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share. Make sure you bring your friends on. Make sure you go out there and do something. Watch the sunset, whatever it is, just whatever it is that brings you joy, you could always tap it in right here. It's an energy point, energy medicine point that helps you bring in when you're in that space of joy. If you're seeing a sunset or hearing a child or laughing or something, you're watching a comedy and you're laughing, like tap it in, tap it in. So, okay, I'm going to sign out now and I'm going to say, like, listen, it doesn't have to be long. It doesn't have to be a whole drawn out, like, but you don't understand. No, it's fine. I get it. I do. And I have compassion. And there are some things that feel really unfortunate that you have no, that feel like you have no control over. But that, you know, when you choose to see the gift of the blessings that were in there, you're able to use that as your empowerment, as your badge of honor. Be like, yes, thank you for allowing there to be a space that in that story allowed me to ground that there's lessons in there. There's something that allowed me to evolve, It allowed me to expand in my awareness, in my capacity to love or to forgive or to feel or to miss, right? Okay, before I get more emotional and start crying, my family was like, "You're always crying, Mom. What's going on?" I was like, "Yes, because I feel so much of this desire to heal the world. I've always felt that as a child. There's something as a child that you always felt like, oh, where is that part of me that I just longed for that? Spark that, spark that version of you. Reignite that joy. Choose it. I give you permission. All right, until next time, be kind to yourself and others. Lead with love. That's the most important thing is leading with love. Be classy, right? And spread joy.